Now here's a conversation we'll have later on. Thousands of tons of waste is generated every day in Kenya, with over 70% of it being organic. This waste ends up in open dump sites, informal landfills, and indeed in the environment where it poses environmental and public health hazards. While waste management remains a challenge, there's been a rise in ventures recycling waste to make useful products. Edward Chwea now tells us how Takataka Solutions is leveraging the circular economy model to recycle waste in Nairobi and its environs.
Brought to you by Equity. Boostika from Equity ensures that you don't get stuck when low on cash. So, next time you're sending money, making payments or buying airtime using *247#, Equitel or Equity mobile app and you have insufficient funds, simply accept the Boostika prompt and complete your transaction.
In Kiambu's Manana area, heavy trucks are coming in and others are leaving. They are delivering waste collected in the Greater Nairobi region. This is the home of Takataka Solutions, a waste recycling venture.
Takataka Solutions started operations back in 2011. We started by collecting waste, having it sorted and sending it to recyclers. And then eventually we grew and started getting our own machinery. And now we are able to actually collect over 90 tons of waste in a day. We collect all types of waste with the exception of medical waste. Organic waste, we turn it into compost, which is usually around 60% of the waste to collect. 20% is plastic. We have it recycled here. We do both flexible and rigid plastic.
Takataka Solutions has struck a deal with estates and residentials in the Greater Nairobi region where they collect the waste at a fee. The venture has also established buyback centers where waste pickers bring sorted waste.
We set up the buyback centers close to landfills, and we are currently set up in Mombasa, Kisumu, Nakuru, Kakuma, and we also have one in Thika. When we get the biodegradable waste, we convert it into organic compost. We also have for plastics where we have pellets. So the pellets are shared with manufacturers. Currently, we have a big linear economy where a lot of people are just using and disposing. This waste that actually ends up at a landfill emits greenhouse gases, which leads to climate change.
The Sustainable Waste Management Act 2022 requires, among others, consumers to segregate waste. However, many people are yet to comply. Takataka Solutions, together with other stakeholders like the Kenya Extended Producer Responsibility Organization, KEPRO, are conducting awareness campaigns.
We have a subsidy program where we contract recyclers to be able to encourage them to pick and recover ordinarily material fractions that don't have a market value. So we incentivize them to encourage them to focus also on these particular material fractions. We work a lot with community-based organizations and neighborhood associations, so capacity building them a way of course, financial support and also technical support to encourage them to be our ambassadors of change, champion for sustainable waste management practices, including proper disposal and segregation of waste at source.
Takataka Solutions is now directly employing at least 700 people, 45% of them women, and recycles 95% of the waste it collects.
Before we work with the speakers, we put them in forums and actually train them how to pick waste correctly. We're giving waste speakers free PPEs. We're giving them biannual medical checkups. We have set up kindergartens whereby the mothers are able to bring their children as they go about to pick up waste.
While there has been progress in waste management, Brian and James say that a lot needs to be done to get the most out of the waste generated daily.
The biggest challenge we currently face is still with the primary stakeholder, and this is the consumer. Until we get to that point where the consumer is aware of the responsibility, first at the point of disposal. Are you properly disposing of your waste as far as designated places are concerned? Then the next step will be focusing on segregation of waste at source.
For waste management, the biggest thing that needs is a behavioral change. We need people to take ownership of waste.
In a country where over 20,000 tons of waste is generated every day and less than 10% recycled, proper waste management remains a problem yet to be addressed. This is why ventures like Takataka Solutions have embraced a circular economy where they're converting waste into meaningful products. Edward Chwea, Made in Kenya, Citizen TV.
Made in Kenya. Brought to you by Equity. Usikwame, bustika na Equity. Dial *247#. Use Equity mobile app or Equitel and enjoy an instant cash boost of up to 100,000 shillings with a repayment period of 30 days, and you can top up multiple times to complete your transactions. Biashara isikwame, bustika na